lot of you don't understand that your situation isn't changing because of your own words, your own actions, right? Whether they say sometimes you are your own worst enemy, sometimes the devil does not need help putting these curses on you because sometimes you do it to yourself. A lot of people will go around looking at their situation and they'll wonder where God is in it, wonder why it's not changing. They'll start to doubt. They'll start to have very little faith, right? They'll hear the word, but they won't be doers of the word. They go speaking against their own life and against themselves. They speak against the work that God is actually doing because they can't see it. It hasn't manifested in the physical yet. He was highlighting in Ezekiel. I told y'all he had me go back to Ezekiel, right? And in chapter 33 through 36, he was sitting there telling me how he hears everything. He's closer to us than we think, and he confirmed that with Malachi chapter 4, right? He said he is going to be giving you a new heart because he realizes that yours has turned cold and jaded. He sees that you are tired, you are weary, you are depressed, you are sad, trying to hold on, but it seems like the more and more and the longer and longer you go, your faith dwindles, right? The fire, the spark is starting to go out. He hears everything. And sometimes he even hears it's not what you're saying, right? He also hears what's in your heart. He hears it all. A lot of the times we find ourselves getting so weary, and the devil loves it. He takes advantage of that he will come in and he will have you speak some very wicked and evil things, right, against God. He will literally have you believing that God is not for you and that he does not care about the situation and the suffering that you are in, right? That's his job. That's what he comes down here to do. Kill, steal, and destroy. He is the thief of joy. But God is saying in this hour right now, he's holding a lot more people accountable. Why? Because his return is upon us. Keep saying he is closer than you think. And literally in Ezekiel and in Malachi, it confirms his closeness. He is so close that he is hearing everything that you are saying and have been saying. And he says he has to hold you accountable for that. Also in Ezekiel 34, 35, and 36, it talks about how he is going to be removing people from certain positions that have not been honoring him and have not been honoring the position that he has put them in. Because you have to understand, nothing happens by choice. Everything is in divine timing and alignment. You are where you are because the God allowed you to be there in certain positions. And there are people who are not following him, and they are using their position and power to mislead the people and oppress the people more than they already are. And a lot of us are victims of that. But we cannot allow our circumstances to cause us to be victims and then speak against God, right? There's a timing for everything. So if your situation is not changing, it's going to change one way or the other. For a lot of you, your judgment has to come first. You can't just speak against the Lord and think there's not going to be any repercussion from it. Yes, he gives us grace. Yes, he is loving. But at the same time, throughout the Bible, there have been plenty of times where he's given chance after chance, right? But you can't just go and just throw dirt on the good Lord's name and think he's just going to shrug his shoulders and be like, oh, it's whatever, and then drop blessings on you. It doesn't work that way. For some of you, your situation hasn't changed yet because you are going through your judgment for what you have spoken, for what you have said against your own life, against God. You have to atone for that. You have to be held accountable for your own words. And it's not to say that God doesn't love you. It's just like it's what a parent does, right? You go against your parents, you don't do what your parents tell you to do, right? You have to deal with the punishment that comes with that. Also, in these chapters, he was highlighting obedience. The difference between those who truly fear the Lord, and not fear as in they're scared of him, but fear as in they revere him, they honor him, they worship him, they love him, right? They keep him first and center, front and center in their life. There's a true difference between those type of people and others of us who lack the faith, who say he's not a just God, who says, oh, he allows the wicked to prosper more than he allows me, right? And God's like, you don't see what I'm doing out here. Yeah, there are a lot of wicked people in high places and they are abusing their power, right? And it just seems like those of us who actually love the Lord seem to suffer more and more each day while they get richer. The poor stay poor, the richer get rich. But God is like, you don't see what they go through behind closed doors, just like nobody knows what you go through behind closed doors. Just like you feel like you are suffering, most likely they feel the same way. So judgment has to come first. Everybody has to go through their judgment season. Everybody has to go through their discipline season, right? Things look like they're not changing now, but like he said also in these verses, he is going to restore you. He is going to restore you. He is going to bring back what you have lost. He is going to repay you for your suffering. Okay? He's going to bring it back tenfold. And when he does restore you and bring you all these blessings, you're going to wonder why you ever doubted him in the first place. You are going to wonder why you were ever sitting up moping around in the first place, why you were allowing the devil to get to you. Okay? Because this season he's bringing in for his children is out of love and out of his abundance. You are going to have it so good. You probably won't even remember these days of suffering. I'm just going to be honest. That's how good it's about to get for his children. He said he is going to restore the old shepherds with the new. So new leaders, right? Some of y'all are going to be put in some very high positions, right? Because he knows you are a person after his own heart. You're just a little shaky right now. But he said, don't even worry about it. He's about to get it all together. And he's going to be having you feel the positions of those that he has brought out of, the ones who are not doing right with the jobs that they have, right? And then a lot of you are just going to come into a season of abundance, y'all. I told y'all the wealth transfer is coming. Within these next few months, there's just going to be so many opportunities to get easy money out here. And I hope y'all been paying attention, okay? Like I keep saying, depression makes millionaires. So your sadness and your poverty-stricken season will not be for naught. There's going to be a divine turnaround, okay? But you have to watch how you are speaking in this hour and in this season. You have to be obedient. God is not going to just drop blessings and reward you for not doing anything, okay? Yes, you can believe in the Lord. Yes, you can believe in Jesus Christ, but you have to put that faith in action. Faith without works is dead. That is why your situation is not changing. Okay? You have to watch how you speak, and you have to put your faith in action. And you have to hold on. Keep your eyes on the Lord. Okay? And I can't stress this enough. He is closer than you think, and he is monitoring. Okay? He is listening. He is searching hearts. And he is hearing your words. Right now more than ever, because we are getting closer and closer to that time where it's time to go home. All right, and everything that you are doing is being marked down in that good old book. So when you get there before the Lord and have to answer to a lot of things, you want to make sure that when he comes to you, he is looking at you and judging you as blameless in his sight. Okay? He wants to see a divine turnaround, just like you want to see a divine turnaround. Never are you going to sit there and be speaking against God and be lacking faith and expect him to keep showing up in your situation. You attract what you put out. You speak negative, you get negative back. That's a universal law, a universal karmic law.